Hello everybody and welcome to another Minecraft gameplay video. Today you're joining me in a new home. A lot has happened since the stream, guys. A lot has happened indeed. Basically, the the Half Pint army of which I founded has split up. Totally fine. I don't play terribly too much, so I understand them wanting more active leadership, whatever it was that they were looking for. So they've split up into their own little faction that we may or may not raise war against. And I've decided to create a new base for myself and maybe for others if they decide to join me. However, at this point, I will not be letting the location of my base be known for safety and security purposes. So, as of now, I don't know how many people are in the faction anymore that I am the faction leader of, but I don't think it's too many. But I got a little home down here. Spent a little while on this guy. Had a little bit of help, but I didn't want to really record while I was making it. Now, it's actually in the bottom of a ravine, which is kind of neato burrito, if you ask me. Kind of neato. So we just kind of came along in here and decided, you know what? We're going to do this the right way, and we're going to do it like a boss. I'm going to build this thing in the middle of a ravine. And from that point on, I was very happy with my decision. I like it. I like my new home. I haven't done a whole bunch of, hello, Skeletron, of exploring the ravine at this time. I was really just kind of focusing on getting the house built because I like to have some place to call home. I should set a new home. Is it set home? Home? I don't know. I don't know if that did it or not. Alright, well, hopefully that'll work. Ah! Yeah. One of the reasons why I chose this place, though, is because it has horsies. No, I'm not going to kill the horse. I just wanted to see that. And that over there, by the way, is also me. That I'm going to have an above-ground sort of area with housing and stores or something like that up there that you can only get to through through my home itself. So what am I out here for? What am I out here for? Food, primarily. Food is going to be the thing that I'm looking for the most at this point. I am going to want to actually start my own growing, but I think I want to actually grow in the sky. Oh man, if only I could get my sheep and stuff up there, you know. But I do want to actually have a pretty decent amount of food and stuff. So I'm gonna have a growing area up in the sky, so I can make sure I can live and feed myself and any other visitors that we might have. But I'm also looking for some sheep or something else maybe to kind of give me a little bit of something. Sheep, I mean, they have mutton chops. It's a temporary fix for a long-term problem. So I'll take it for now. I'll kill the sheep. I'll kill the cows, and then I'll get started on building and expanding the base here a little bit. I don't think I'll be joined by anybody in this particular video, just from the simple matter that not too many people are on at this time. It's a little bit late, but but I kind of have to do what I have to do. Oh man, I should have like a trophy room downstairs where I just have all like a whole bunch of good, cool stuff. I like that idea. Let's get a little bit more food before I decide to go anywhere else. I think I'll probably then explore down and try to start exploring the caverns a little bit and gaining more material, more goodies, maybe selling some stuff so that I can continue to expand and build upon the area and my goodies. Current level 18, not bad, not bad. We fought a little bit. I believe that I'm also going to be headhunted. I was told by some friends that they plan on headhunting me, which is totally okay in my opinion. Like, that's part of the game. That's part of faction, so let's do it. But, oh man, you know what I need? I have some coal. I have coal in my house too. I won't worry about this yet. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting right there. Was this place dug up? I wonder. I've not seen anybody in this area. I don't see money. I think not too far away. I've seen some other life, some other people living around, so I do know that they are in the general area. It's a little bit of a cause for concern. I do feel much less protected now that the Half Pint Army is no longer in existence as it was in such numbers. Definitely something for some cause of concern. I said, it's part of the game, and I'm going to play the game the way the game's supposed to be played, viciously and with ill content. So, I mean, some of my plans include the following. I plan on being on a little bit more often when I have the opportunity to. Let me tell you this story. So, my job, I don't have a hard job necessarily, but it can be challenging at times. But anyway, my job typically consists of pretty easy days, not too much hardship really, to be honest with you. It can be long days, but it's stuff that I'm pretty good at and I find pretty easy. So I don't particularly generally struggle with it. And I am going to dig away at these stuff because I do want this material from my walls, but I also like my walls to be very uniform. I spent a lot of time already kind of patching in areas, and I'll continue to do so as I dig out stuff from around my house. But anyway, the point is, so I've been having a really rough time at work recently because one client in particular, we're just not seeing the results that we want to see, and it's not necessarily entirely our fault as the firm. There's probably a couple things we could have been doing differently or better that would have given us a better chance of higher performance for this particular client. But at the same time, shiz happens. Sometimes you just don't have the right tools or the ability necessarily to get the required or the desired, at least, good stuff happening. So we had a little bit of problems with it, and where did I put that thing? I don't have it anymore, do I? Why do I do this to myself? Tossing out things that I need. All right. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So good enough client. Never really had much issues beforehand, but that we just haven't been able to so far in this month been able to keep up with the cost of advertising, and it's hurting their bank account a little bit. They're still plenty fine, but it's not as good as it was. So I feel bad, but at the same time, that's kind of business. You don't always have the best of days when you're going through this kind of stuff. So, I want a specific chamber just for this stuff. I like that, yeah. We'll dig in this way a little bit and have a trophy chamber in here a little bit. There is definitely value in building it underneath the ground, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's just it can be neat. It can just be neat to kind of have that aspect. All right, let's give it one high now. And we'll dig out a little bit more like this, and then we'll go one more high and a couple more wide, and we'll have a little bit of a trophy room. This will be like the entryway into the trophy room, basically. So this is what I was basically doing for a while there, and it's not, it can get a little bit boring, but that's part of the reason why I haven't done much today. In addition to freaking out about this client who basically almost fired us as a firm the other day. In addition to that, and dealing with that, I didn't mean to put that there. Gravel. It'll have to be replaced. I hate seeing things like gravel and stuff because I constantly want to fix those things. It's just like, it's one of my weaknesses is just, I wouldn't say it's a perfectionist kind of deal, but it's basically perfectionist kind of deal. I just really want it to look a certain way, and I basically won't take anything else. So if I can take my time, I can do a lot of the aesthetic things later on off camera. But this will be a trophy room for me, I think. Doesn't have to be too deep. Maybe just a little bit deeper than that. But the point being, this client, kind of giving us a hard time, and not without cause, but without terribly too much cause. It's like, yes, I understand you're upset about this. Listen, I don't like to see the account performing poorly either. This is my job. This is my livelihood. I'm proud of what I do here. Like, believe me, I don't like to see bad days on the account. I want you to make as much money as possible, so that way I look as good as possible. Like, it's important for me that you guys do well. Anyway, so they haven't been having as great as normal of a time with the account, and we are beholden to that. We have to, it's our job to do well and to make the best out of the account as we can, and we certainly do try to. But it can be challenging sometimes. It's just not always an easy thing to do. And so we were talking about it, and it's not going well. It appears like they're thinking about letting us go as their firm that handles their marketing in this way. So not a good start. Definitely not a good start. But excuse me. But things happen. You do what you have to do. But that's been a huge draw on me and my energy these last couple of days. So this last week was a little bit brutal, if I'm going to be honest with you, and I have not necessarily been enjoying it terribly too much. So, but like I said, these things happen. Life is rough sometimes, and it's just one of those things where you kind of have to deal with it and push through and just do your best to... Oh, I didn't need to put that in there. That was a bit of a waste. All right. But you just kind of have to try your best to make the best out of every situation. So, I know you're not supposed to dig directly ahead. That's why I'm kind of staying on the outside of this. And then I'll save on some of my costs by doing that. I've gone through a lot of coal. On this project already, but I think it's looking pretty nice, to be honest. I think it's looking pretty nice. We'll go back over here and worry about this first before we worry about the other areas. But down that way is where I have a way of getting up to the top for guests and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this new little location for myself. I like this room too. This room's looking pretty nice. I like it. So this will be the wall right here, I think. And among this wall, right here on the back, on the sides, I think I'll put, once I dig this stuff out, looks like there's some up there too. There's definitely water somewhere above me, so I do have to be a little bit cautious with what I got going on here. But I mean, I can just plug it up real quick if I had to. I'm not gonna worry too much more about that. I know there's more coal there, but there's lots of coal in general. So yeah, I'll probably do I'm gonna put the head, like a head of each thing that I kill on the wall. And I will also put, do I want them up higher? I want them at this length. I don't feel like I need to name them or anything necessarily. So I'll put like, on this side, maybe I'll put like sheep heads and stuff like that. Lame things, basically. And on the other side, I'll put more, or on the back end, I should say, I'll put player heads once I start killing people. Which is on my list of things to do. Just saying. Watch yourself. Because the pain is coming. I don't even take myself seriously when I say that. So like this side will be player heads as far as the eyes can see. This side will be other kind of like, maybe like animal heads, creature heads, player heads. I like that. My trophy room. And I'll continue to have other kind of offshoots of different rooms and stuff like that. I might have a guest room at some point, or, you know. Oh, I didn't need to do that one, but that's all right. Things like that. They just kind of add a little bit of the, add a little bit of an aesthetic creepiness or coolness to the whole system. But overall, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of my work so far and how this is turning out. I think it's looking all right. But yeah, just so you guys know, we do actually have. We're getting ready to do donations and accept donations and stuff like that pretty soon. So I'll advertise that more as the time comes. And it's donations aren't necessary because right now I'm funding this entire thing basically from donations that I get when I'm on Twitch. So if you donate on Twitch, some of that may have gone towards creating this this video and this whole series. So thank you very much. But as a general rule, it's safe to say that we don't necessarily need the donations to keep this server going, but I certainly do appreciate it because it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Some things I just don't need right now. Now there's lots of goodies in here we can check out as well. Why don't we do a little bit of that? We'll do a little bit of exploring in this area real quick. Because you can always use more of this stuff. Because you can sell it in here with the mods we have. You can sell any extra material that you might have. All right, grab some goodies there, and we'll just keep pushing through. There you go. I thought I saw something. Some more goodies. Yum, yum, yum. Gimme your goodies. But it was a challenging week for me. But we all have challenging weeks sometimes. But I definitely I wanted to play a lot of video games this weekend, but I ended up having to do a lot of work, sending out a lot of t-shirts. I know that it took me a way too long to get the t-shirts going, but things are crazy, life's crazy, and I had no idea just how ridiculously hard it is to send things internationally. I have to fill out forms. There's some forms I still don't have all the data for, so I have to go back and ask people who live internationally for personal information so that I can actually send them their t-shirts that they purchased. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe quite how challenging it is to send a t-shirt to somebody. Yeah. And beyond that, how expensive it is. But that's a different story because the t-shirts were never being sold as a way of making money. They were always ever being sold as a way of getting you guys some access to some cool gear. And there are still t-shirts left. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell them internationally. I think I'm going to have to raise the price if I decide to keep selling them internationally. It cost me somewhere around $25 per package to send internationally. That's crazy. That's more than the shirt cost. The shirt's being sold for $15, which is pretty cheap for sponsored gear. I don't think that you really get that cheap prices on too many other shirts that aren't like Old Navy. But yeah, so I try to keep the price as cheap as possible for people. But then the problem that I'm finding out is that shipping is not as cheap as possible. Shipping is very, very ludicrously expensive. Ooh, nice. Hey. Set home. What's this place called again? Mines. I think that should work then. I'm going to go down there and check that out in just a second. So I light up this a little bit. Do I have any wood on me? Some sticks, I mean. I do. Let's make a couple more. We'll keep some. Oh. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that. We have a mine shaft down here that I definitely plan on exploiting and checking to see what we can get. Of course, we run the distinct risk of you know, running into spiders. All right. Well, sorry for my quiet. Looks like it might be a dead end right there. Let's mine some of this up. I'm just kind of trying to pay a little bit extra attention because the spiders here, the venomous ones, can certainly be deadly. Although dying in this is not nearly as bad as dying in like a full true survival game, but it's definitely not fun. You do lose out on some stuff. We have some zombies. Where did he go? Well, I want to fight him. Or at least I want to explore here, so. Alright, there you go. Took care of that threat pretty handily. So there could be lots of goodies down here. There could be a lot of good stuff. You know? Endless supply of string, too. But more importantly, at least in my mind, a ton of goodies down this way are potential. And it could take a while to actually get through and see all of what this mineshaft has to offer us. There's a skeleton right there. I see him. Wow. This place is pretty cool. I did see that iron. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Some low-hanging fruit, so we'll grab it. I don't even know which way to go. Did I mine that out? Hard to tell necessarily where I've been and where I haven't been. I hear an Enderman though. I might as well grab the stuff. Like I said, low-hanging fruit. We'll take it. Now we are basically out of torches. And, I mean, I could pick up some of this stuff. What? Who the heck was down here? Reality YouTube? I'm not going to take anything. I just want to check what you have. Rabbit hides, iron ore, pink dye, ton of iron ingots. I'm not going to take it. But I can't believe you've been down here. What the heck? I thought I was the first person. I was pretty excited too. There may have been stuff down here then that was taken. We're gonna go back home. Slash home. There you go. We good. We Gucci. We Gucci. Lots more places to go visiting and exploring, people. That's just the start. Dang, I can't believe we're not the first people to that mine shaft. It's a little bit of a bummer. But welcome back home. Let's take a look at what we have, all of our new goodies, and we'll go from there. Let's get you guys pumping out some iron ore for me. How much, we have some more coal in there, so we'll put, half more in there, and half those in there. Skeleton skull and zombie skull, we'll put those in the special room. We need a miscellaneous chest too. Stuff like bones and other things. So I think right now it's kind of going in there. But I don't really want it to go in there necessarily. I think I can go into these chests right here. My other miscellaneous. Cool. Alright. Let's continue to fill in this area. We're almost done with this episode, I think. Ah! Dang. There you go. Run down this way a little bit more. So by filling that in. And also, that was a mistake. And we have some room over here for some skulls. So it looks like we can just do boom, boom. Nice. Nice. Good start. Good start. All right. Whew. I think that we have something pretty good started for us. Right here in this little home. So if you're watching this and you didn't know about the server, that's pretty cool. The IP will be in the description, and feel free to support us if you'd like to with donations. If not, that's totally fine. Your love is a donation enough as is. Mining skill increased. I'm level 54 mining. Oh yeah, and nothing in blast mining. I didn't know blast mining was different. Cool. I don't know what the skill levels necessarily do for me, but it's still pretty awesome. I enjoy them anyway. Do you have any more cooked food? I'm going to need to get some cooked food going too. Alright, once that's out, let's put the rest of this stuff in here. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to stick around after this episode. Just make sure I get all my goodies into a safe, private chest. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, like, grass, and fun stuff. You know I really do appreciate it. Most importantly, as always, peace out.